You want another comic? Well, you are very, very, very lucky tonight. This next performer I'm going to introduce, she's always been amazing. She's always been wonderful. She's always gorgeous, and she's also much shorter than me. Y'all put your hands together for one of my favorite people in the whole fucking world, Latoya Tennille.
What's crazy is I changed shoes, you lowered the mic, and it's still the right height. Hey, how y'all doing? So I am the diversity hire here today. I'm the regular black lady. All original parts. I like men. I've given birth twice. I don't have a husband or boyfriend, and maybe it's because I didn't go to grad school. But I also didn't finish college, so I said, I'm fucked. Because I gotta go to grad school to get a man. That fucking pre-algebra fucks with me. I couldn't seem to get past the whole pre-algebra, so I said, I will never get a fucking man. I am single. I'm single. I'm trying to date. I'm doing online dating. The problem with online dating is that I like to write eloquent paragraphs, and men don't read. They don't. So I have this long list of things that I want and I require and what I don't like, and I'm swiping left and right, and they're swiping right because I'm cute. And they like, so what are you looking for? A motherfucker that read. That's what I'm looking for. And obviously you don't goddamn read because you're asking what the fuck I'm looking for, and I put it with correct punctuation. I didn't even use ChatGPT. It's in my own damn words. Yet you're still asking me what the fuck am I looking for. And one thing I'm looking for or not looking for is a man with small children. I do not want a man, because men with small children, because I'm dating for long term. And when you date somebody with small children, you have the kids come with them. And my kids are old, so I don't want to deal with anybody with small children. Because small children require attention that I don't have anymore. Also, I don't have the mother thing in me. I'm not a mother anymore. I strictly pay for Wi-Fi and cell phone bills and food. That's the fuck it. You on your own. I don't give a fuck what you eat. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just stay out of jail. That's where I am now. Little kids, look at me, and they pose like this. Fuck. They want you to feed them. I gotta go to the bathroom. Like what? They watch these. I haven't watched a children's program in so goddamn long. I was like, who the fuck is Bluey? What is the goddamn? I don't want, and again, like I said, I am a parent. I have 2 children. My kids are actually 19 and 21. Yes, my kids are old as fuck. Yes, I'm not old, they are. They're both in college. They're both in college. Yes. One is in college in Nashville, and the other one is in college at home. And I'm so very proud of my children, so much that I mentioned that both my kids are in college anytime I fucking get an opportunity, because I'm proud. I'm a single mom, and both my kids are in college. And I'm broke. That means I don't have any money, but I'm like, yes, I want a number 2. No pickle, no onion, with a Coke. And both my kids are in college. Yes. Yes, doctor, it's my lower back that's hurting, and I need a refill on my blood pressure pills, and both of my kids are in college. Yes, sir, you are doing a great job down there. I love how you are moving your tongue, and both my kids are in college. And think about my daughter. She's in college. She's very intelligent. She's very smart. But it seems like for every book smart she gets, she loses common sense. And I don't understand how the fuck that works. She does things that I really like. My favorite TV show to watch right now is Life 360. That's my favorite fucking Life 360, because I love Life 360 because I can see where she is at all times. I can see her battery percentage. I can see everything, and I check it often to make sure she's okay and to make sure she's fine. And so my daughter likes to send me Cash App requests, which is fine. But she sent me a Cash App request one day for $3. And of course I sent her $3. And on the description she put Lyft. So I looked at the app because I wanted to see where is she going. And I noticed that her battery percentage was only like 10%. So of course I called and said, hey baby, why is your battery percentage only 10%? She said, I forgot to charge my phone before I left the door. I said, okay, what about the backup battery? I bought a very expensive, nice size backup battery. She said, well, I forgot it at the door. And I said, okay, so where are you going? She said, oh, we're going to eat ramen. I guess you can go eat fucking ramen noodles. I didn't know that. It's a place you go. And I'm thinking to myself, I just bought you a whole pack of ramen noodles. Why the fuck are you? It's got like 16 in the goddamn box. Why are you going to another place to eat ramen noodles? You know? So she gets there safely, and then she sends me a text message that says, Mom, can you call somebody and ask them to send me $3? I said, so I called. I said, why do you want me to call somebody and ask them to send you $3? She said, well, that's my portion of the lift back to the dorm. I said, why you didn't just ask me for $6 instead of, you know? She said, I didn't want to bother you. This is fucking bothering me. This is bothering me. Do you know how broke I would look if I said, hey, can you send my daughter $3 so she could get back? Baby, times are hard, but they're not that hard. I still have money left from your Parent Plus loan. Don't fuck with me. Do not fucking play with me. Yes. But my daughter, she's an amazing daughter. Right now, she's actually in London. New brag. I brag different. Yes. Right now, she's in London, studying abroad. She'll be in London until Tuesday, and then she's going to France, and then she'll be home at the end of the month. So she's over there now. She's my daughter. She's a fashion design major, and she has been fucking up clothes for a very long time, which is why we decided to take this seriously, because she used to cut up her socks, and I was like, you can't keep fucking cutting up socks because you won't have anything to put on. So that's how this stuff started, with her cutting socks. And we went from cutting socks to, during the pandemic, she made masks, right? Because at first you just couldn't go and you know, the gas station to buy gas. So she started making masks. We thought she was gonna make about maybe 5 or 10 masks. Well, by the time the pandemic ended, my daughter had made like maybe 300 some masks at $10 a pop. So she had a lot of money in her Cash App, right? Do you know how hard it is to discipline a child that's got way more money than you? Or having to borrow gas money because she got it and you don't? It's kind of humbling. It's kind of fucked up at the same time. But it put things in perspective sometimes, because sometimes we would be out and about and she would ask for things like McDonald's. Now, traditional mommy statement is, do you have McDonald's money? But she has McDonald's money, so I can't use that strategy. I gotta outsmart her. I said, do you have a driver's license? You don't have a driver's license? You can't have McDonald's. So I figured, guess what? I won. I get home, we're there about 15, 20 minutes, and the doorbell rings. Who the fuck's at the door? She's ordered Uber Eats. I said, this bitch outsmarted me. So we go to the door to get the Uber Eats. Not only has she ordered Uber Eats, she ordered Red Lobster. She really upped the ante on me. And I asked, I said, well, did you at least order me Red Lobster? She says, do you have Red Lobster money? You don't have Red Lobster money? You can't have Red Lobster. Fuck you. My daughter also picked up cooking during the pandemic. I'm not domestic at all, but apparently if you watch TikTok, they have all these recipes and stuff like that. So she learned how to cook on TikTok, which I fucking love because I benefit from it. But the thing about her learning how to cook and me not knowing how to cook, she would send me to the store to get ingredients. And I know salt, pepper, seasoned salt. That's it. Do y'all know that there is like all these different seeds? Like it's a whole lot of them. It's like a whole like section of like fucking, I didn't even know season had different companies. Like what's the difference between like Kroger and like, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know. So she would text me ingredients. One day she texted me and it said CUMIN. And I was like, ain't nobody coming in this house but me. She's like, no, it's called cumin. I said, oh, okay, I can go buy that. One day she said, go get some Slap Your Mama. I said, I wish the fuck you would. She said, no, mama. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. One day she texted me and said, go buy some pull-apart meat. So I don't cook, so I go to Kroger and I'm looking for pull-apart meat. I go ask the butcher, hey, can we get some pull-apart meat? Nobody knows the fuck I'm talking about. So I call her and say, hey, E-Money, I can't find the pull-apart meat. What is pull-apart meat? She said, you know, that meat that we eat at grandma's house? I said, which meat? The one with the potatoes and carrots, and when you eat it, you pull it apart? She was talking about roast. I was like, oh, okay, I can buy that. So I buy it, and then when she's cooking it, I see her reach and get this big crock pot. I didn't even know we had a crock pot. Where'd you get this from? She's like, we've had it for you. I'm like, okay, cool. I also didn't know that this takes hours to cook. I thought it was gonna be like some 30-minute type shit. No, it takes apparently hours. I was like, this is fucked up. I don't even want it anymore. Like, one day she made some birria tacos, whatever. Some kind of tacos, and they had like transmission fluid on the side. It was so fucking good. It was so fucking good. And then there's my son. My son is actually autistic, right? He's autistic, and he's high functioning with Asperger's. And him being diagnosed was the best thing that ever happened to me, because you ever look at a child and you know something wrong with them, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is? And I blamed myself for a long time because I ate hot chips while I was pregnant. But then you get him diagnosed, it's like, oh, okay, it's not me, it's him. He's the one with the problem. But then you get to working with them, and you get them on all the different therapies and stuff like that. And the thing about a child with Asperger's and who's high functioning is that they look like us, they just think a whole lot differently. And so one of the things about my son, he has echolalia. And echolalia, they repeat what they hear, and they hear it and repeat it over and over and over again. And they repeat it the exact same way they heard it any given time. That was my son. So when he found, Angela was talking about Haktua, he discovered Haktua once upon a time, and he wouldn't quit fucking saying Haktua. He would go, Haktua, he quit saying this shit, son. Stop. Well, he had spent a weekend with his grandfather, and he came back, and they had been watching Westerns all weekend long. So he comes back home, his new phrase is hi-ho silver away. And he's saying this shit, hi-ho silver away. He's saying this shit over and over and over again. And then he decides one Sunday morning in the middle of a Black Baptist church during altar call, when the deacon is on the front row, kneel down, praying in his handkerchief, to start screaming hi-ho silver away. And he won't stop saying it. I'm like, son, please stop. Please. And he won't stop. So then I have to start shouting to create a diversion from my son screaming hi-ho silver away. And I have to fully commit to the shout, like roll up on the pews and everything. I'm like, you can't do that. The other thing about my son is that he's a literal thinker, right? Which means I have to be specific with my instructors when I tell him something. Otherwise, it becomes very confusing. And like any other teenage boy, I have to constantly get on him about cleaning his room. And I said, go clean your room. I don't want shit on the floor when you get done. He goes in his room to clean it. He comes out. He's distraught. I said, what's the problem? He said, Mama, you told me to clean my room. I said, exactly. What is the issue? He says, I can't figure out how to get my bed and my dresser off the floor. But it's my fault because I wasn't specific with my instructions. I said, son, go clean your room. Don't leave anything on the floor but the bed and the dresser. And guess what? The carpet can stay too. Right. The other thing about being a parent that's kind of tough is being a mom. No one gave me the what happens when boys discover themselves talk. Nobody told me about that. I just walked past his room one day and his blanket was moving really fast. And I got so concerned. I had so many questions. I'm like, son, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm like, you're doing something because your blanket is moving way too fast. And Thing is, I'm not disturbed or I'm not bothered that he does it. What concerns me is I think about all the times I had him bring me pizza with that hand. Or how many times I've had him bring me ice water with that hand. And so I'm like, now we gotta have a discussion about what you do and don't do it in. Because he starts doing it in everything. And there's nothing more embarrassing than being at the laundromat trying to pull clothes apart. And everything's just stuck together. And one of his favorite things to do it in are my towels. Now, I like to buy the towels that are a 50 pack for like $3. Those are my favorite towels. And I'm like, son, please quit fucking up my towels. Stop fucking up my towels. You're tearing my towels up. And so again, my son, being a nasty boy that he is, you know, I have to go in there sometimes and help him have to direct traffic. Put this here, put that there. That's clean. That's not clean. That type of shit, and clean this room. So we were cleaning his room one day, and I have a rule in my house: no dishes in the bedroom. No dishes in the bedroom. So we're in his room, and there's a cup beside his bed. I said, why is there a cup beside your bed? I have specific instructions about not having dishes in the room. He said, Mama, you don't want to know. I said, I don't ask questions in my house that I don't want to know. He said, well, Mama, you told me to stop using your towels. He said, this way I figure I just put it in a cup and pour it out when I'm finished. I said, you are so nasty. And you are so disgusting. But I wasn't specific with my instructions. And so now I have to throw all the cups away in my house. Because I cannot drink nut behind my son. I refuse to drink my grandkids. Y'all ain't shit. That's been my time. Thank y'all so much for listening, laughing, and y'all have a good evening.